Hello everybody, it is Michael Brownstein here with the Food and Wine Life channel, and I'm here with the beautiful
Eva Clay.
And today she is going to make
cottage pie / shepherd's pie. Cottage pie or shepherd's pie originated in Great Britain and Ireland, for the most part in Europe, and they were originally made with lamb or beef. And today we have more westernized, more Americanized version that's made with ground beef.
So let's get into it.
For our shepherd's pie, we'll use 2 pounds of ground beef, 1.5 chopped onion, half a chopped leek, 12 ounces of peas and carrots, 3 tablespoons of flour, salt, Worcestershire sauce, butter, 3 garlic cloves chopped, freshly cracked pepper, and also tomato paste, beef broth, and 3/4 of cabernet sauvignon. So right now, in a hot skillet, we'll put our butter and we'll melt it. It's about 1.5 tablespoons. And to our butter, we'll add 1.5 chopped onion. And we'll sweat the onion until translucent. Okay. In the meantime, we'll also add our leeks. Leeks are more traditionally European. When I grew up in Europe, I really didn't see people using celery stalks the same way they do here in US. So if in my family's kitchen, if we use celery, it was more of a celery root. Celery stalks were just used for stocks, beef, chicken stocks, soups, etc. Okay. Wow, it's starting to smell delicious. This is really fragrant, really great base for our shepherd's pie. We'll add some garlic to this and cook for another minute. Okay, for another minute. And we'll add a little salt because we want to layer the flavor with each and every step. And pepper. Okay, let's stir it a little bit until the garlic opens up a little. We don't want it toasted, but we want the garlic to open up before we add our beef to this. Okay, and right about now, we'll add our ground beef. Okay, we'll start mixing it up together. And brown it. We'll also add a little bit more salt and pepper to the beef. We have some pink salt and a little bit of more ground pepper. And we'll cook it until the beef is nicely browned. So right now, our beef is ready for us to add our aromatics like bay leaf, and some thyme. Thyme is usually used in this dish. We have fresh thyme. You can put the whole sprigs if you don't want to mess with it. Just later on, when you're taking out the bay leaves, you can take out the sprigs from the thyme. It will cook off. Okay. So also, in Great Britain, for instance, they love using rosemary. So today I don't have rosemary on hand, so I'm just using thyme. And I'm not a big fan of dried rosemary. We have a couple of sprigs coming. Okay, so since we'll stir this all together. And we'll add a couple of tablespoons of tomato paste. Some people like to use ketchup. I prefer use tomato paste. And our peas and carrots. Okay. We'll stir it all together. We'll add our Worcestershire sauce and 3 tablespoons of flour. Okay, yeah, that's about 3. Okay. And we'll stir it all together so our sauce doesn't come out lumpy. Okay. And right now, we'll add our red wine, about 3/4 of a cup. Red wine will bring out this beautiful beefiness in the whole pie and will give another little depth to it. You can also use Guinness if you want to use, if you want to make more of an Irish shepherd's pie. I use both sometimes. I use one or the other. It's delicious each and every time. And then we'll add some beef stock. Okay. And we'll bring it to a boil right now. So our beef is ready. And at this point, we'll just turn it off and let it to cool down a little bit while we're making our mashed potatoes. So we have transferred the meat pie part into our dish to let it cool for about 15 to 20 minutes. At the time, Michael made some wonderful mashed potatoes. Tell us what you put in this, Michael.
Just a little sour cream and some butter and salt and some white pepper.
Yes.
And just blended it all up.
They look wonderful. And I tasted them, so they're perfect. And then we'll top the meat with our potatoes. And we'll come back to show you the final product before we put it in the oven. So this is our finished pie. You can make any design with the fork you like. You can do scrollies and whatever you like. I just like to have the texture on top so it can catch a little bit more brown on the potatoes while it's baking. So we will bake it for about 30 to 40 minutes in about 375 right now. So we took our shepherd's pie out of the oven and still bubbling up. So let it cool for a few minutes and plate it up, and we'll be right back.
Well, we're back, and the beautiful Miss Eva plated this up, and it looks amazing. So let's give it a try.
Yes. So first of all, I want to talk about how it looks like and the consistency that you would like to achieve when you make beautiful cottage pie. So see how the meat is just not too runny, not too soft, and you have all the vegetables. And of course, on the sides, you have caramelized, crusted, little bit potatoes. That's exactly what would you like to see in a perfect cottage pie. Let's taste it. Let's see how it tastes.
Very, very good. You did an amazing job. And I've lived in England before, and I've ate shepherd's pie before over there, and this one is very good. So
Good, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, Michael made the potatoes, and they were perfect consistency. A lot of recipes tell us to use potatoes from the box and potatoes that are left over. I would highly recommend to make potatoes from scratch for this dish, especially stay away from potatoes that were too soft and too saggy. I mean, the whipped potatoes that everybody loves with milk and etc. I want to add milk to my potatoes when making shepherd's pie.
But yeah, and we paired this up with perfect red, just a red blend.
Just a regular night meal.
Yeah,
Perfect.
And it's a great wine, and it'll pair well with this. So until next time.
Cheers. Na zdrowie.
Cheers.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.